So a bit ago, this light started coming on, and I'd hit some raccoons or something in the road that the raccoons were after, and it kind of blew out the inner liner of my wheel well, and it's all just made of plastic. So I don't know if something happened to the wiring harness or the actual sensor. So I took it into the store. Now I'm going to be quiet for a minute and let you listen. So this phone picks up sound pretty good. There's a humming noise, and it started last Monday, so it's been about 7 or 8 days now. We did some research online. This has actually never happened to one of our vehicles before. Even for the age of vehicles we've had, I've had, 10, 15, 20-year-old cars. So this is an 05 Buick Lesabre, and it says it's got 189,000 miles on it. It's actually got about 5,000 or 6,000 more than that. Our control panel was switched out before we bought the car, and the mechanic had documentation included saying what the actual mileage was. So it's likely that these wheel hubs are original. So one of the other things besides this humming noise, we were realizing that at about 68 to 70 miles an hour, there was a slight vibration, or I guess you'd just call it a vibration, on the highway. Now, our highways in our area have all been recently redone, and they put grooves in the concrete that they laid, which made it kind of hard to control the car. So we just knew to keep it at 65 to 68. So besides this new sound, I was hearing it more as I was slowing down or on new smooth pavement like asphalt, which we don't have a lot of paved roads where we're at. We're rural farmers. I slowed down and got at a lower speed so I could kind of hear better what was going on without the air conditioner on, without the kids talking, and noticed that the vibration was starting more at like 62 miles an hour. So for the last couple of days, we've just stayed off of the highway, taking the back roads. He has felt the hubs to see if they felt hot at all. I think it may be like an indicator what they put on the brakes, but we have actually seen cars on the side of the road where their bearings, their hubs, things have gone bad, and their tires have fallen off. I've seen cars parked in parking lots with their steering wheel not set back to straight, and the whole truck is leaning in. I don't know how they don't notice that. So recently, I think I've had new brakes. I've had the control arm parts, and what else?
Your sway bar links were worn out, tie rod ends were shot. So sway bar bushings and links. This lower control arm comes with the bushings and a new ball joint, new brakes. So now we're doing the hubs. You have a loud bearing. So we bought 2.
He said they're pretty crusty.
I mean, look back here. It's not like it's been replaced 5 years ago or something. That's old.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get a wire brush even and clean up the end of those threads. That's older looking than I thought we would find on this. So
all right.
They might have never been done.
Where's the new ones?
They're over here in the shop.
So here's the new parts, and they are not crusty looking. Look at that. Wow. So I'm all about safety and spending for cause, but that sensor right there is the trouble that I was having with the ABS. See, it's wired right in to the hub, so it wasn't enough to just change the sensor on the end, because it's likely the part in the hub, or just an indicator that that hub was so bad that maybe it's crusty enough that it's slowing down the rotations with the bearing. Maybe slippage, maybe friction. So I just wanted to show you the hub that he took off, where the two sections are together and there's the bearing. He had me turn it. It gets to right there and it gets tight. So I can turn it and I can't really hear the noise, but he thinks at the high speed, you know, driving, that's where you notice it. And why we were feeling the vibration is that that friction right there is catching. So it's about a half turn. It starts getting like out of round. And the wiring harness seems okay, but unless you clip this off and rewire it for somebody else, it's junk. It's an all-in-one deal. So $40 a piece, you might as well just replace the whole hub, because then you're getting the hub, the bearing, and your speed sensor with the harness. So around here, the different part shops will scan your car for the error codes, and they can clear the error code. Some of the places, you know, will do it for you because you're trying to sell your car, kind of thing, whatever, just make it shut up for a little while. You know, the parts on it, it's been done. He said that when he was doing the brakes on the other side, that the hardware didn't seem as old over there, so he's going to take a look at it. But we're going to put the brake back on, reassemble everything, and he took like this whole piece, the mounting plate, to the bench and cleaned it all up. But he said he had to heat it up with the torch to be able to even get it off, and to clean up the heads to get in there. One thing he noticed about this one, it stated 2019 on the replacement with a 10-year warranty. So he wants to make sure that we get a 10-year warranty, not like, what, 7?
Yeah, this looks like it's been redone over here. The test drive and the clear and the code will tell us. If the other one needs to be done yet, or... See, that one on the other side, I actually took the drill. This was all just horrible rust, and the nut was all rusted. I think they probably did this side. Okay. We'll check it out.
So if you remember earlier in the video, I mentioned replacing these in pairs. Well, every time he does any kind of repair, he does a test. So we did the first one, and this was the one that wasn't wanting to turn. See right there, it was wanting to catch. And you can see it's slightly gapped here. So then when it hits over there, see right now I can't turn it hardly one-handed, it gets caught up. So here's the second one. Now you can see right here, there's a difference. So the whole thing was coming out, but spitting. So it was really good to go ahead and order the pair. And we thought, you know, as long as we're doing this, we'd better get on to ordering the backs. So from the same company, we're probably going to order the backs and have that coming for a rear job. Now this wasn't a showing you how to do it, just more or less a diagnostic video, and showing you the problem, where the noise was coming from. So after we did this one and test drove it, we were still hearing humming. Well, it was basically this one was falling apart on itself, and I don't know if you can see that in there. You can see the light just slightly reflecting, but I can see the roller balls in there. So it's a roller bearing type on the inner seal under here. So it was really good to get rid of that and get it gone. Now we save all of our junk and scrap metal. So these are going to go in here, and they're going to help pay for the repair in the long run. Now you could clip these off and sell these harnesses. They all actually checked out okay. It was just that this one was catching, so that's why it was signaling. Now we've had a couple of drives to town with no problems.